Okay, I'm here. Hello. Had to get one last throat clear in. Good morning. Hello. How's everybody doing today? It's Monday. It's the only stream of the week, I think. I'll talk a little bit about that. But first off, the Phantom Menace today is clumsy again for the 65th time because of all those OBS crashes last time. If I get an OBS crash one time, I'm just not going to use a green screen camera. I'm hoping that's not what happened, but I'm hoping that was just random. But that was a lot of crashes, so we'll see. So congratulations, Clumsy. Good morning to Coleman. Good morning to Ursa, or good morning. Good morning to you, Ursa. Hello. Bogan, hope you're doing well. How's your day been? Tired. I'm a little bit tired too. Man, I tell you, this weekend was so full. There was so much stuff going on. Also, this whole week, there's been so much going on. That like I don't know, man. It has been a long week. Ovolk, thank you for the follow. I hope that's how I say your name. It's Steam Debt. Steam Debt. I don't know that name either. But that's fine. Hey, we all get busy. I was just saying how busy I was this week. This whole week has felt like a blur. This past week. And then the weekend, we had I streamed in the morning. I had to take Zeke to go get Mother's Day presents. And then we had a youngish person game night that evening at people that we've kind of just recently met. So that was a little nerve-wracking to have to socialize with people. But that went really well, but it takes it out of you.
That's not funny.
And then Mother's Day stuff on Sunday, it just it took it out of me. Oh, dad joke. What, do you want Star Wars or do you want the app? Do you want a Star Wars dad joke or a regular dad joke? The game night went really well. I walked into this guy's house. He's a little bit older than me. Well, probably significantly older than me. And he has an entire, Star Wars man cave. So you could say we bonded a little bit. He recently it seems to me, into Lego Star Wars as well. He's an original trilogy guy. He's a bit older than me, I'm going to say. He's not like super old, but he's a bit older than me. Probably like a Gen Xer. And it seems like he always loved Star Wars, but he's just recently getting back into like collecting Lego and comic books too. So yeah, I think we hit it off okay. I don't know if we're gonna be like best friends. Our generational gap might kind of be harder to overcome. I didn't dare bring up the sequels yet. We'll see. It's cool if he doesn't like them. That's completely legitimate. It just depends on why. It's all about the why. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I didn't push it. I was very gracious. I tried not to gatekeep. I tried not to be like, yeah, I know, I have that set too. It was very cool. So yeah, there's about like 15 people there. Both of us, both me and Ashley, when we got done, were very tired. Just from being social. So, that'll do it. You want the app? Okay, cool. Here's my phone. Let's do that. Dad joke app. Daddy joke. Here's your daddy joke. Why did I say it like that? It's also probably, my mic's probably too loud. All right. So how come a man driving a train got struck by lightning? I guess you could say he was a good constructor. I messed it up. A good conductor. I messed it up. Let's start over. Hang on. All right, so here's the dad joke for you. How come a man driving a train got struck by lightning?
Cabbage.
I guess you could say he was a good conductor.
That's not funny, Daddy.
Okay. Sorry, Bogan. That one was pretty bad. That one was pretty bad. Good non-day? Good non-day. It's non-day. It is non-day today. Monday. Yeah, I got it on the first try. Thank you. Hey, you're pretty cool. Thank you. Anyway, so yes, it's been a heavy and long week last week. A long week, a very busy weekend. And now we're going into this week, which will also be a long, busy week. Today is probably the only stream for this week because starting tomorrow and into Thursday, I will be out of town on a conference at a work conference, doing my best corporate millennial look, buying shirts because I haven't had to go to anything in so long that nothing fits. It also stinks when you're trying to lose weight. No, not when you're trying to lose weight, when you are losing weight, but it's going to take a long time to get where you want to be. It sucks to buy clothes because I'm like, in 9 months, in like a year, I'm not going to be able to wear any of these. But I need them now. I have to have them now. That is the worst part. That's the worst part. And I think I've learned, like, I should just store some clothes away just in case. Just in case, you know. Thank you so much, Constructor. Ain't that the Saturday stream? Yeah, I am your Lego Constructor on Saturdays. But I'm your conductor every other day, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna be out of town. I'll be out of town till late Thursday night. I think they said we weren't gonna leave till like 5-ish, and so I might not get home till like 8 or 9 at night. Actually, maybe a little bit earlier now because excuse me. Apologies. Maybe a little bit earlier now because it turns out we don't have to drive to work and then drive. Somebody's going to come pick me up. So that's kind of nice. So hopefully he'll be able to take me right home after that. Maybe I can convince him to leave the conference a little early. But then that would mean Friday morning. I just don't know. I will most likely be absolutely exhausted from this thing. So I'm going to say right now that the likelihood is high that the Friday stream will not happen. And then Saturday we'll probably do something. I don't know what yet, but Saturday morning I should be able to do something, right? Because I'll have all day Friday to recoup. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and boot up some Minecraft and do a little bit of Minecraft today. I don't know why that always goes there. Boop, 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 boop. Boo, boo, boo. We're launching. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I got into some, whoa. At that game night, we played Code Words, which I'd played before a long time ago, and I didn't remember how to play, but we did pretty well, and our team ended up winning, so that was pretty interesting. Oh man, I meant to, you know what I meant to do? I meant to actually deconstruct this circle off stream and I completely forgot. So let's do that right now. I meant to do this off stream, sorry. This shouldn't take too long. It should take about as long as it did to build it, which it wasn't long, you know? Codenames, yeah, it's like
Did it live anyway.
You put this map out there. Thank you, Bogan. You put this map out, or you have like a map, and they have red and blue, so you split into 2 teams, and then they put these cards on the table that represent that map, and then they have words on that, and then you, as the code master, want to give a hint to your team. It's usually just a 1-word hint that would connect the words that you want your team to choose. So you know which ones you want them to choose. So let's say you had one of the examples was on the table was Robin, and let's say Robin and Feather. Okay, so the code word you might give them is 2. So you'd say there's 2 links here, bird. And so then your team, you can't say anything else. Your team will deliberate and be like, okay, so which ones do we think it is? Well, here's Robin. That's a type of bird. So let's take that one. And then here's feather. And so the idea would be that you pick that. However, let's say that there's also like egg or something on there and you didn't see it. And you're like, oh shoot, that could also link to this word. And then they pick the wrong one and it happens to be the other team's and the other team gets a point. So that's basically it. You just keep doing that until one person gets rid of gets all their spaces. That's pretty much it. Pretty fun. If there was a Star Wars code name, that would be pretty great. Surely there is, right? Whoa, shoot. Marissa, I'm just gonna lurk. I'm not really a functioning human being on a Monday morning, but the constructor was too funny. Well, thank you. Excuse me, man. I didn't take my medicine today, if you can't tell. All right, I'm starting. Bogan. Bogan has banned the word that one, and I am starting the timer. Will it let me? Come on. There we go. 15 minutes of not saying that word. I gotta say, Bogan. I think that's gonna be pretty easy. But that's what I said last time, and literally a minute in, it happened. Played Codenames with Kay, Jordan, and some other people one time. It was so fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good party game. It was perfect for us because it was like, like I said, there's like 15-ish people there. And so without splitting up into other groups to play other games, that was probably the only thing we could have played as such a big group. But yeah. They have a Marvel Codenames, but it's not as good as the regular. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I think I'm just going to deconstruct it this way. This is probably as easy as building it. Sorry that this is kind of boring, but this is necessary. I meant to actually log on during the weekend at some point and do it, but I instead of doing two things I needed to do. So I should have done this. And then also I'm still working on Spooky's video. So instead of doing those two things, I started playing Jedi Survivor again on PlayStation. Excuse me. So that's what I did with my Sunday morning, where normally I might have jumped on, and my Sunday night and my Saturday night. I might have been playing Jedi Survivor again. I don't want to make it too hard and something for fun when you break that. Yeah. I mean, I say it's not hard, but there was one just last stream that I was like, this'll be fine. I can avoid it. And then I just said it. So, and was it something to do? It was Nidalicious. No, it wasn't Nidalicious who did it. Who redeemed it on me on Saturday? We gave the sub to Nidalicious, but was it Code? Yeah, I think it might have been Code, and it was like, what was it? Was it Lego or was it Wars? It was Wars and Star Wars, or was it Stickers? It was Stickers. Why did I think it was Star Wars? I did got with the Star Wars as well. Yep, Code. Okay, yeah. Somebody got me with Star Wars one time too. It was probably Coleman. I don't know why I said it like that. That one was deeply embarrassing, to be honest, because I was pretty confident that I could check myself, and I just got lost in the flow. It was during the ranking system. Was it really that stream? Wait. Oh, the Star Wars one. Okay. I thought you were talking about the one that we just did. I was like, whoa, my sense of time is so incredibly messed up right now. I'm telling you, this past week felt like 3 weeks. If you would have told me that on Monday, that events on Monday happened 3 weeks ago, I would have believed you. Because holy cow, was it such a long week. Jeez. What are you going to make anyway? So we're making a building here that is a sort of like a big barrel building. So it's round. I built this, but then once we stepped back, we realized it's too small. And I meant to deconstruct this over the weekend, and I completely forgot. That one might have been during Starfield. Ah, Starfield. The Starfield days. Good old Starfield. Bogan, you should definitely get some sleep. It's late there, right? Or rather, incredibly... Wait, no, yeah, incredibly late? I almost said incredibly early in the morning, but maybe you've crossed over into the AM. Does it count if you say that? Did I say that? I would say... What does chat think if that happens?
Another war.
Whoa. Elf? Holy cow. Elf. 25 months. 25. That's over 2 years. I can do math sometimes. Elf, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. It's been a long road, you know? Thank you for that. I appreciate you. To be fair, banning stickers during a Lego build that has stickers is quite difficult. I kind of, for some reason, I got overconfident. I thought it was going to be easy. I was like, that's fine. I can do that. And then it didn't happen. Time flies. It does. The time goes whether we like it or not. So why not, one, spend it the ways we want? Or two, here's what I've been thinking about with fitness and stuff lately. I look back at like last year and I'm like, man, I'm here anyway. Like the march of time is inevitable. I'm going to end up where I am now. Imagine if I had just kept with something, you know? Imagine I just kept going. I'm starting to see. I'm going to try not to be too braggy about this, but I'm starting to see some very, very good results from my workouts and eating in a calorie deficit. Things, I think for like the first time this weekend, I was like, oh, is that shrinking a little bit? I haven't weighed myself yet. I think I'm going to wait a little longer to weigh myself because things are going to fluctuate. But I definitely noticed, especially in my guttural region, a slight flattening happening, you know? Just asking, did you watch Eurovision? I don't know what that is, so I don't think so. We're at 6 minutes. Doing okay. I hope. Keep me honest. But yeah, I'm starting to see, I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go before I would, you know, I have goals, but I don't have a very specific weight on the scale. I'm not even really that worried about the weight. I just want to build some muscle. I want to build a good foundation for, like, you know, I'm inching towards my 40s, guys. So I want to build a good foundation, much like in Minecraft, to build a good foundation. Let me change the weather because I am God. I want to build a good foundation and go into my older years like a little bit more prepared. So this is something that I'm not gonna just, I'm dedicating myself to not just stopping it even after a year. It's something I'm gonna keep working on probably the rest of my life. And that's just the reality of life. Life is maintenance, you know? Gotta take care of yourself. You've been seeing it on stream? I appreciate that a lot. It's really hard when you're like seeing yourself every day and not seeing the small little changes that other people see. But I think this like past week and this weekend was like the first time that I've been like, oh, I think I'm actually starting to see it. And that's pretty dang cool. That's pretty dang cool. It's nice to see that, like, over the years, guys, I've complicated things so much. If you follow me for any length of time, you know that I used to be a big keto guy, and I did lose a ton of weight on keto. I was in the best shape of my life when I was doing keto. But some of the things I've realized is, like, I don't think keto is like wrong or bad or anything now, but it's like one of the things I've realized is that it was a tool to get me in a calorie deficit. That's it. Like, it was like, because I ate so many satiating things, I turned out, when I really thought about what I was eating, it turns out I wasn't eating that much. And that's why I was losing weight, because I was in a calorie deficit. So if you want to use that as a tool to get into a calorie deficit, that's completely fine. But it's like when I released myself from that, and then I also learned about the power of fiber, and how fruits and vegetables are like just packed with all these. Obviously, everybody talks about the nutrients, right? But the fiber, and that helps control your blood sugar and your appetite and your fullness levels and all this. And I just been binging on those veggies, you know, and eating fruit again. I just been going to town on veggies. And it doesn't feel hard. It really doesn't feel that hard. And it's like sometimes I have something that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have eaten that, but then I just adjust. I just adjust the next day and I move on. I don't go, oh, I ate, like I had a chicken sandwich last night from, what is that place? What was that place called? Mrs. Nonder found it. Anyway, I had a chicken sandwich from there, and I was like, I ate it, and I was like, you know, that was probably a little bit over my calories today. But you know what? I'm just going to do better tomorrow, you know? I wanted to tell you, but I wasn't sure you wanted it blasted on stream. Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, it's something I've been working on, and I've worked on for a long time, but I finally feel kind of confident. I finally feel kind of confident. No, I feel confident that, you know, it's going to take me a long time to get where I want to be, but I think it's going to happen. I'm also learning about mindset when it comes to that if you always think that you're a lazy piece of then that becomes sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, or it can. And so I've been learning about like trying to, one, you know, speak better about myself. Just be like, no, I am doing this. It is happening right now, currently. Like I am doing it, and I'm going to continue doing it. And I'll slip up and I'll have bad days, and I'll just be like, fine, that's fine, whatever, you know? But it felt like on keto is like when you're like, okay, well, now I've been knocked out of ketosis, so now I can't go. I'm just gonna go ahead and start again tomorrow, or start next week. Oh well, it's Friday, so we'll start again on Monday, you know. And then you just balloon up and down. So I feel like this is more sustainable. We'll see. I don't have any hate towards anybody who's trying to cut their carbs. In fact, like for Factor, I do the keto option on there because the freaking protein in those things. I can get anywhere between 40 to 50 grams of protein in one meal with the like protein plus keto options. And then I just have a side of a plate of veggies on the side, and I'm good, you know? Yeah, it's not cheating. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what happened? I thought you were talking about the diet. It's a Europe song contest with countries from Europe. It's once a year. What are you going to use to make this? This thing? I'm going to use the Minecraft tools. What do you mean? No, it's okay for you to try to trip me up. Absolutely. I think you can, actually. I think you can. I think that's half the fun, is to try to like get me comfortable talking about something else and then try to get me back on that. And that'll probably happen. What are we at, by the way? Whoops. We're at 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes. So 2 minutes left. But yeah, that's probably the smartest way to do it, is get me distracted on some other topic and then bring me back, and I'll just forget it. Or I'll just say it within the first minute. I feel like if I don't say it within the first 5 minutes, I'm probably not going to say it. You know what I mean? Okay, I probably shouldn't even say that, though. Oh, that was probably too overconfident of me. Yeah, don't jinx it. Exactly. Oh, man. Did everybody have a good Mother's Day, if that's something that you celebrate? Or if you have any kind of motherly figures in your life, I hope you said something to them. Hope you appreciate them. There are many people in our lives who can fill in roles. Doesn't even have to be female, could be anybody who fills in a role, who loves you, you know, who's there for you, who supports you, who gets you through tough times. That's what being a mother is all about. Bringing you into the world or helping you learn, helping you grow. Anybody can do that. Come on. It's going to take a while to build. I wonder if I should go all the way out. What was the word again? Well, I can't say it now, so if you forgot. Also, I can also, if I say it and no one catches me, if no one catches me, sorry, you know. If I slip it in and no one calls me out on it, there's nothing I can do about that. I visited my grandma yesterday, so that was fun. That's cool. Yeah. Very cool. Is that too far? That's probably too far. Let's take a couple blocks out. Not even tried the Factor shakes and smoothies. They keep offering them. Not sure if I should order them. I haven't yet. I'm not a huge shake person. And there we go. By the way, we're done. Boom. I talk to my mom nearly every day. That's great. I feel a little bad sometimes. I have a fine relationship with my mom. I probably shouldn't air my own family drama on Twitch, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not mad at them or anything. You know, I just kind of like, I'm just over here living my life. We live very far away. Over here living my life. If you want to be involved in that life, you know how to find me. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say. But yeah. Ads have started. Thank you, Bebo. Thank you. I really want to say more, but I shouldn't air my own stuff on Twitch. I don't think that's very fair. But you can probably get what I'm inferring. Put in some effort. Okay, stop it, Nodder. Stop it. All right. Boom. One of the things I want, I'll say it this way. One of the things I want for Zeke is like, especially as he gets older, I feel like we focus a lot on like what parents do for us as kids, which is important and vital and necessary, right? And to be applauded. You know, the whole, we kept a roof over your head and you never went hungry. And it's like, that's all really good stuff. Like, that's all stuff that, yes, every child deserves to have that, you know? But like, one of the things I want for Zeke is to have like a relationship going beyond just that. And if the relationship doesn't extend beyond, I kept you alive, so praise me, please. Like, I want him to be, you know, I want him to know that I could always be there. Not just, okay, I did my duty. I kept you alive. Have fun in the world, you know? I don't know. I want there to be a little more than that. Don't you think? I think that's a pretty good idea. And having relationships with adult children is probably very hard. I don't know. I haven't been there myself, but I can imagine it's a pretty hard thing to do. But I think the only thing we got to do in those circumstances is just continue to be honest and like own up to our part in things, you know? Because beyond that, you know, if you didn't take the time to cultivate a relationship, if I don't take the time to cultivate a relationship with my kid, like an actual relationship, not just a father-son relationship, but like an actual, like, we care about each other as people type of relationship, then I can't really be surprised, you know, when the relationship isn't that great, right? I think. I don't know. You do it because you love him, not out of a parental obligation. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I imagine it's going to be hard, I imagine, as he gets older. You know? I'm not discounting how hard it probably is to be a parent to adult children, because it's like they don't need you in the same way. And when they don't need you in the same way, I think that's when you really start to see how strong the relationship really is. You know what I mean? I think that's true. And how well you did cultivating friendship with your own children and interest in what's going on in their lives and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, listen, I'm a new parent. I don't have it all figured out. And that's the fun, that's the scary and fun part, is that like the only way you figure out is by just doing it. So we can give some grace there. You know, we're all first time parents at some point. If you have kids, you at one point didn't know what you were doing, and now hopefully you do. But good night, Bogan. I hope you have a great night. Get some sleep. Thank you for trying to trick me. I got you this time. I got you this time. We've been using that IRL band quite a bit recently. I like that. I like it. Anyway, we're just gonna keep building this, and now I can say brick, or no, block. See, I don't think I say block. I might say brick more than block. I might be like, oh, I put that brick somewhere I shouldn't have, or yeah, I just don't know if block is really like. I might say blocky. Blocky was probably pretty out there, and I do think in that circumstance I'd probably agree. If you all called me on that, I'd probably agree that that's close enough to the word and potentially could be used to try to get around the ban. Because it's like, if the word can't exist without the word you're saying, then I could just make something up, you know? I could just make something up to try to get around it, you know? Anybody got any fun plans for this week? What do we got going on? I have a feeling my week is going to be extremely boring. Incredibly boring. I legitimately think I might fall asleep during some of these meetings, because I saw the list. And it's just the stuffiest, most technical, most... I could be wrong. I could have a really good time. But I have a feeling it's just going to be so incredibly boring. My only hope is that I get some time to like do my own thing, which I should, because this is like a resort and a spa. So I'm really hoping that they have a very, very good gym, and maybe a sauna. Ooh, I miss the sauna. I want to go get in like a heavy workout, sweat like crazy, and then get into a sauna and sweat more. That'd be perfect. So I'm hoping. There's a couple of early morning meetings that they scheduled, which I was a little mad about. I was like, really, 7 a.m.? Come on, guys. Come on. Like, why are we're all here at a spa. We should all be starting at 9 a.m. Like, come on. Spa day. Yeah, you're going to see me with cucumbers on my eyes. If there are cucumbers in that room, I will take a picture of cucumbers on my eyes. But no, it's going to be extremely boring, I think. I don't think we'll have a ton of time to just lounge around, but I wish we did. Gonna get Indian food on my birthday. Looking forward to that. Which day is your actual birthday? And happy early birthday, I guess. I mean, happy birthday, not guess that, but early is what I'm guessing. I guess happy birthday. Cucumbers? Ooh. Well, sliced. Cucumbers on your eyes? Not whole. I'm not going to take a whole cucumber. Hang on. Late happy Mother's Day to the lovely moms here. Thank you, Lars. I'll take that on behalf of Ashley, but I'll let her know.
Another war.
I hope she... Whoa. Happy 8 months. Peachy, that says 9. Peachy, that says 9 months. Stream, baby. That says 9. You missed a month. But thank you so much, Peachy. Holy cow. I can't believe it. What would we name the baby? Peaches? I don't know. Peachy says, sigh. It's okay. We all make mistakes. It's fine. It's Monday. Coffee hasn't been a thing yet. I can relate. Sometimes coffee is my thing, and I still do stuff like that. Clumsy's pondering the name. Nonches. Nonches. Ooh, I don't know. That feels weird. Nonches. Baby Nonches. Ponder? Wait, ponder? Oh, you're pondering. Nice. Panondering. Unconscious. These are too good. Unconscious. I have a Twitch baby with a streamer and we named it Lil Queso. That's cool. Lil Queso. That's a good name for a baby. For a stream baby, you know. Lil Queso. Dun, 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 dun. It's so weird how time feels so different on Twitch. Like, 9 months is a long time. We saw Elves this morning for 25 months, for like 2 years. And that feels like a long time. But then when I think about 2 years in a scheme of outside of like Twitch, it's like, you know, 2 years ago, I remember everything happening then. It's a long time for a sub, though. I think that's the point, you know. It's a long time for somebody to just continue to give me money. Like, that's wild. They'll give me so much money. How much? We could probably calculate how much that is. Most of which has been spent on either the stream setup or Lego. Mostly Lego. Gotta admit, it's mostly been Lego. I gotta set up an LLC so I can write this stuff off on my taxes. Anybody know how to do that? Do we have any like financial planners or tax experts in chat that can help me like figure out how to do that? I need a money guy. I really need a money guy. Because as I understand it, obviously it doesn't become free, but I can save on the taxes on things and get some money back if I use that item on stream to create content, which I usually do with Lego sets, you know? So, talk about, I want the hobby to end up paying for itself and then some, and then get tax write-offs on top of that. I'll be a mogul in no time. I'll just get rich off of this. That'd be wild. That would be wild. If it starts like paying itself, like money starts generating just from like buying Lego sets, I would have a problem. We'd have real problems. I would never stop. Never. Not queso. Peachy will hate it then. Does Peachy hate queso in general, like the actual cheese? I'm good at spending money, not saving it. That's true. Me too. Like, if by now I had saved up, like, everything I had from Twitch, I probably would have been able to... Whoa, I'm so sorry I hit the mic. Sorry. I probably would have been able to buy, like, a beast of a gaming PC and never have to worry... And like a what are those DSLR cameras and stuff. But I spent it on Lego instead. My capitalism arc. Hey, listen, we're all playing in this system, whether we like it or not.
Here is one whole brick. Maybe?
Thank you, Ursa. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's about $1, so get me about a brick, right? I'll have to go to the Pick-a-Brick at the store and see, and just ask $1 worth of bricks, please, and just see what they give me. It'd probably be more than one brick if I wanted $1. Probably be more than one. Probably be a handful. There's probably a handful of bricks, you know? And then I'd have to sort them. Dang it. Anyway, what was I saying? Hey, listen, we're all participating in capitalism, whether we like it or not. Or whether we would like to change it or not, which I do, which I would love to change that. But there's no reason for us to feel like we shouldn't be able to survive and thrive just because we don't agree with the economic system that we're currently enslaved by. Is that the right word? Will I get heat for saying that? We're kind of enslaved to it in a way. But yeah, so I mean, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what within reason. Obviously, like I don't think I would ever become. I think it's easier to say when you're not filthy rich, you know. But obviously, there's things you should probably do to like minimize your own personal harm, and you're gonna have your own ethics to the limits of which you would go. Like I would like to think I wouldn't become a landlord. However, if I did become a landlord, I would like to be like the best landlord anybody's ever had. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I ever will be. It doesn't seem like something that's my speed. But if I ever did, I'd like to offer a place for people to live that's like reasonably priced and taken care of well. And if I can't do that, if I can't make it a reasonable price for current economic situations of people, then I'm not going to do it, you know? Can't say that I have. There's one in a mall about an hour away from us, but I've never been to it. You should. An hour is kind of a long way to take for a Lego store. But, you know, what am I doing? Yeah, they have like a wall of individual bricks, and you get two. Hold on. You get one of these cups here. This is a cup from the official Lego store. It says Lego on it. I think there's containers that you can get that are bigger, but you basically just get to go to each of these little cubbies in the wall and just fill this up. And then this was like, how much was this? Full. I don't remember. I want to say it was like $15 to $20, maybe. And now if you gotta maximize it, right? You gotta get like little pieces that you wouldn't normally be able to get elsewhere, like specialized pieces. Because if you put too big of a brick in here, you're gonna fill it up. So I put a bunch of little plates and, you know, 1-bys and, you know, anything that I need a lot of, you know. Okay. I say I actually filled that up with Zeke, and we put those into his Lego collection. But I'm just saying, if I was gonna do it, ours at the mall, sort of close to us, is actually kind of a small one. So they only have a really small wall and a very small selection of bricks, and they're not great bricks. They're, you know, it's not like you're like, oh, I have to have this, in order to build. You know, see, that's how you could have gotten me. That's how Bogan could have gotten me. Although I said brick and not block. Yeah, block is just not really. But if you had done brick and then you distracted me and got me starting to talk about Lego instead of Minecraft, I'd be thinking in Minecraft terms. And then I would say brick about Lego for sure. That'd be a good way to do it. I shouldn't give you cheat codes like that, but you landlords, that's what I mean. Like I don't want to be a landlord in general, but if I ever found myself in the position of it, where I had a property that I rented out, I would want to like do it to help somebody, you know, to make rent as reasonable as I possibly can. Not to turn a huge profit, but to like, you know, just keep up the land. And if I can't do that, if that's like, well, that's not how it works, then I'm just not going to do it, you know, just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Selling individual bricks does make sense. Yeah. Especially if you can go to a big store that has like a lot of specialized pieces that, you know, it's kind of hard to maybe get those in a set. or to get the number that you need. You can also go online, by the way, to the Pick a Brick online, and you can buy whatever you want in whatever quantities you want, as long as they have it in stock. If they don't have it in stock in the US, they'll ship it from overseas, from Sweden, I believe. Or wherever in Europe their distribution center places. But that's how I got all those little transparent white pieces for the wave on the Duel on the Death Star runes. I've definitely thought of being a landlord, but like a normal human one where I'm able to provide housing to people like me. Exactly. If I can like help someone and like change their life by being able to offer a property that is well taken care of, well maintained, at a price that is like significantly lower than anywhere else that they could find, without the threat of me jacking up the price, if I can help it, you know, to well beyond inflation terms. Like, I would want to be that guy. I would want to be that guy that could help like that, you know? I don't know. Yeah. So, again, I think there's probably a way to be a landlord that is as ethical as it can be. I just don't think that most of them do it. That most of them do it to make profit. So they're like, any corners I can cut in order to squeeze out as much profit out of this building as possible, I'm going to do it. And whoever's living there, be damned. Who cares, you know? Because I'll just find another tenant who is willing to pay that. So if you want to leave, leave. The quicker you do it, the quicker I can get somebody in. Like, that just seems very inhumane at the end of the day. I mean, if I ever got an opportunity to give someone a place to live for free, that would be wild. I've seen firsthand, okay? We sold our house. We actually went by there this past Sunday because we happened to be in the neighborhood. We love this house. It has a really big kitchen. Mrs. Nonder always loved that kitchen. But it's got, like, you know, it had stuff about it that we didn't like as well. The neighborhood wasn't super great as far as, like, it was a really busy neighborhood. A lot of cars double parked on the road. Hard to get through. People just park in front of your house for no reason. I don't know. The mailbox situation was weird. The backyard was very small. There was a lot of stuff, but it was...
You have a big tube. No need to show it on stream.
A big tube? Oh, this big tube. I was like, wait, how'd you... Wait. Oh, this tube. Oh, this one. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you. 3 months. I appreciate that. I'll try not to show tube on stream. To the best of my ability. What was I just saying? I don't think actual understanding human landlords exist. It's all about the profit, you know? They got to turn a profit. I've only ever built one set, so I don't have the need for pieces I didn't have, luckily. Yeah. It's really when you're starting to, like, use the pieces to build your own stuff, that's when you're going to get into piece land, where you're like, I gotta go see if the Lego store has a certain piece. But I find getting it online is a lot easier, either from the official source or from somewhere like Bricklink, which is a great place. Which also, I think Lego owns Bricklink now, I think. Whoops, too far. Where did this one stop? There it is. Oh, it's so dark. I don't think I necessarily need to fill that one in, but I will. All right, there we go. We're all tubed up. On a... Oh, yeah, selling the house. Okay, so we sold that house. Saving for the adoption was going very slowly. And I don't know if you know this, but it's expensive. Unless you did something like a foster to adopt situation. But if you do that, you're not guaranteed that that's going to happen. A foster situation could be temporary, and then you fall in love with a child and then have to see that child go back ultimately, you know, to their parents or something like that. A lot of things can happen. In a situation like that. So unfortunately, in the US, there is a for-profit adoption industry, for lack of a better word, sadly. But we decided, like, hey, the time is good. It was early 2018. Yeah, early 2018, sometime around... No, actually, we always end up moving in the heat of summer. So it's probably like June or July. I'm going to take 2 of these out on this side. June or July of 2018. And talked to my realtor and was like, look, you know, even if we sold this place, because we had seen how much it was worth now, it had ballooned a little bit. would we be able to find somewhere like within this budget? Like I gave him the budget and he's like, you know what, I'm confident that we'd be able to. And I was like, well, what if we sat on it for a little while longer? Would we be able to make even more? And he's like, I was like, or what if we sold it and went into an apartment? My idea was like, we sell it, we go into an apartment for a little while, and then we buy once like the housing market crashes again. And he told me, he was like, barring another like 9/11 style event, he's like, the housing market is probably just going to get worse here. So he's like, if you're thinking about moving, this is probably the time to do it. And that was probably true, you know, because we did have a big event happen, but it didn't make the housing market crash like I was hoping it would. And hoping it would sounds horrible, but housing prices have gotten astronomical. Okay. So anyway, my whole point in this is that we sold that house. We used the profits. We not only paid off Ashley's car, we paid that off. We only owed like a couple thousand left on it, but we paid off her car. We funded our adoption, and we had just a little bit of a nest egg left over in order to do like the down payment on this house that we're currently in, and kind of make that whole transition comfortable. So all I'm saying is I have seen the astronomical benefits to a person's life when they're given like, let's just say 10 grand. If you had 10 grand just kind of like injected into your bank account today, and you had like a vehicle that you owed $3,000 on, but your payments are still a couple $100s a month, you could pay that off immediately. So when I think about millionaires and billionaires and stuff, and I think about how much that amount of money meant to us at the time, I'm just like, if I were this rich and I saw somebody who was suffering, and I'm like, man, if I just drop 10 grand on them, it would literally like change their life. And in the grand scheme of my funds, that's not that much money. And I can eliminate stress. It does in a way buy happiness. I hate to say it. I know that everybody, I hate this. Listen, I hate when extremely rich people get on, and I'm not talking just people who are well off. I'm talking extremely filthy rich, the filthy rich that you would call. And they get on and they say, well, I just have something to tell everyone who's chasing all this money. That money didn't really bring me happiness, that I arrived and I'm still not happy. And it's like, well, go see a therapist then, because there are so many things that you don't have to stress about that if you did, you would be in a much worse place than you are right now. Like, so I think you can say, sure, money doesn't buy happiness. However, what is happiness if not us being able to eliminate stresses from our life? Like, isn't that sort of the whole thing? Like, when you get the happiness chemicals from your brains, you're content, you know, things are going right. Your bills are taken care of. You don't have debt collections calling you every day, holding it over your head. Your wages aren't being garnished. Like, all this stuff here, you know. Money doesn't buy happiness, it buys opportunity. That's also true. That's also true. And if people feel stuck, and don't have the opportunity, then that can lead them to being not very happy, you know. And I mean, I've seen some people who are very down on their luck and very poor, who are, you know, they are happy, they are content, but there isn't anything quite like the level of comfort that you can have by knowing that things are taken care of, even if you have to work hard for them. We're not even talking about not working hard. Boo effing who, billionaire, get guillotine in a video game, bro. Yeah, it's just I hate when the people who have arrived, who have made it, who have literally millions in their bank account that they're just sitting on, they throw it in the stock market to just let their money make more money. And then they're like, you know, money doesn't really buy happiness. It's like, I'm not listening to you. Shut up. Shut up. It's like, yeah. So money buys stress relief from the mounting debt this economy pushes on us, which in turn can buy happiness and getting all the broken stuff in the house fixed. Exactly. Like, it's sort of a true statement that isn't true. It's like money doesn't buy happiness. Sure, you're probably still depressed because you haven't worked on the underlying issues of why you're depressed. So you chased money instead. And then you got that money and you looked around and realized you're still a very bad human being who needs help. And you didn't get that help, and you should have gotten that help years ago. And so, but instead you lecture everyone else on how like, well, I got money and I'm not happy. And it's like, well, then there's other issues going on here than just the money, you know? What do we think? I think this is big enough, huh? And don't get me wrong, I understand, like, I'm in a very privileged place to be working the job that I work right now and making the amount of money I make right now. But even with the amount of money I make right now, I wouldn't quite say we're living paycheck to paycheck, but we're not hoarding stuff away. Like, it's kind of why I should have a money guy. I should have a money guy to at least help, like, you know, I got like a 401k and stuff like that. We'll see if it's there when I actually need it. But, you know, it's like they start to pay you more. There was a point in probably 2016, 2017, where I got a pretty decent promotion, and I was like, and Ashley was working at the time too. And I was like, holy cow, we are going to be good. Like we are going to be good, you know? And everything kind of started going downhill after that. Now, there's a lot of things that happen, obviously. Inflation, we had a child, so that changes things a lot as well. So there's a lot of other things that happen during that, but I'm not saying that to complain. I'm just saying that to give you guys context that, like, you know, we're doing okay, but it's still, with how expensive it is to live here. You would not believe how expensive it is to live in Texas right now. And I've complained about that anonymously to our work, that like we don't work in the office other than like maybe we'll come in like once a month for a team meeting. So we don't really work in the office that much, yet they're telling us we have to be co-located for the times where they do want to bring us into the office, you know? And so I've said, like, if you're gonna force us to live here now, when we do all of our work remote, I think you should give us a cost of living increase across the board. And every single time it's like, nope, we're not going to do that. We are competitive in the market. And I think that's probably true. I don't think I could leave this company and get paid more doing a similar job with another company. I would most likely get paid less. So I think that's kind of true, but also like, it's just like when you're forcing your people to live here, it'd be so nice if like we could at least get a cost of living increase or let us live wherever we want. But that's not going to happen. Darn children ruin everything. Absolutely not. Of course not. Absolutely. I heard how your property taxes are going up too. Yeah, parts of Texas are on par with New Jersey. That's just crazy. The property taxes aren't too bad when you know how to take care of them. There's a thing called a homestead exemption, where if it is your primary residence, you get kind of a pretty decent tax break on that. The problem is when you own multiple residences that aren't your primary residence, that's where the taxes are going to get you. But we also don't have state income tax. But hey, you know me, I'm tax guy. I'm all for taxes. We should pay taxes because taxes can be used to make our lives better. I have problems with how we spend our taxes, obviously. But in general, the concept of taxes, I'm not scared of taxes, you know. What people don't know about Texas, it looks cheap on paper. It's hidden by land tax, MUD, and HOA. Absolutely. I'm very fortunate to be in a neighborhood that doesn't have an HOA. That was one of my criteria when I told the guy, our realtor, was like, I'm not going into an HOA. That's not going to happen. I'm just getting distracted by something. Hang on. I forgot to build this wallet. Yeah, I was like, I'm not having a HOA. I'm not having somebody tell me what color I can paint my house. And the lengths that people will go to just have their fancy neighborhood, and the amount of freedom they'll give up to pay an HOA to tell them what color their house can be, or how long their grass can or can't be, is pretty wild. It's pretty wild. For the people who scream about freedom a lot, They sure are willing to give up their freedoms to random people. It was pretty funny. It's pretty funny. How high should I go with this wall? I think that's probably high enough. Probably high enough. I understand the benefits of an HOA, but I've heard too many horror stories of dictator HOAs. Yeah, like I'm not scared of taxes. I just don't pay them. No, I pay them. I do pay them. I hate when people are like, well, taxation is technically theft. And it's like, dude, if we used our taxes for the right things, if we actually used our taxes to like help people, and go to social services and taking care of our own people and taking care of our country and into defense instead of, I don't know, what's a hot button topic right now? Maybe funding bombs that kill children. That would be one instance of the time where it would be very nice for me to not be able to pay taxes. However, that doesn't mean the concept of taxes itself is wrong. It just means that we need to do better at hiring representatives on who gets to spend that tax money. And if none of us are willing to cooperate and use the power that we have as voters, then it's going to be really hard for us to complain about how that tax money is being spent when we refuse to go vote. Anyway, we can talk more about that if we want. Tax evasion. Tax Evasion 2024, marathon stream incoming. Tax invasion. You're like a snarky spell check. I like tax invasion. An invasion of our tax money to help people. That would be great. So yeah, I get a little bit upset at people who are just like, voting doesn't work. And it's like, I saw this TikTok over the weekend. I shared it with Ashley too. And it was so poignant of like, it showed the stats of like how many people actually truly vote. I like that. And it's so staggeringly low.
Guys,
compared to the amount
today.
I
gotta go.
It's very staggeringly low compared to the amount of eligible voters in the US, that it's like, it's very hard for you to say that voting doesn't work because you don't try it. Like, you haven't actually really tried it, The tax invasion of 2024. So many lost. Never forget. Let's invade taxes and spend them on good stuff. Exactly. This is why it's just so important that we vote, and that we vote in general elections, yes. Presidential elections, sure. But also primaries, like, because you get to pick who your party's going to put up. And then also local elections too, because that's where the tax money hits the ground, right? Hits the ground running. And if you haven't voted in all those, and then yet you still want to complain about the way things are, like, I wonder why they are the way that they are. I wonder. I'm on this train of like, voting is more powerful than we give it credit. And I think the greatest lie in history is when people try to tell you that like voting doesn't work. Now, I believe in activism and other things like that, and everybody's right to protest and do all of that. But I also think in addition to that, we should really be voting our representatives. I'm gonna go one more higher with this. Sorry. I gotta try. Gasp, there's a special guest on Loot's stream today. Who could it be? We got to get over there and find out. Are you trying to get me to leave? All right, Peachy's done with me talking about taxes. So, all right, we see how it is. We see which side Peachy's on. All right. Okay. All right. No, we can go. We can go. It's fine. We can go. I should probably go though. I have a lot to do today to get ready for tomorrow. I gotta unwrap all these shirts that I just bought, should I iron? I probably shouldn't iron them now because then I'm gonna stuff them in a duffel bag. Notters, don't do that to me. Wash and iron. Yeah, I should probably wash them too. I also got to do a lot of other laundry. Probably go throw a load in if Ashley trusts me enough to do it. But yeah, I should wash them. I just don't know if I should iron them right now because I'm going to throw them in a duffel bag. I'm not going to bring like a big hangar thing. That's just too much to take with me. Yeah, and they usually have ironing boards in hotels. Yeah, absolutely. Hotel sleepover? Yeah, I'm gonna go for like 3 days. Thank you for the stream on Safe Travels, and thank you for the new Discord channel. Of course, if y'all want to talk Doctor Who, we have a new channel in Discord, because I am into this new Doctor, and just the general sense of of excitement and adventure that I feel like, I don't know if that was missing. I'm way behind. I didn't watch all of Capaldi. I didn't watch any of the next Doctor. What was her name? Not for any reason of the Doctor being a her. I don't care about that. Jodie Whittaker, right? I just got behind on it and was like, well, I have to finish Capaldi first, and then I never started. So finally, this felt like a good place, a good place to just be like, I'm just gonna jump in. Maybe I'll go back and watch those sometimes. Jodie was fantastic, and the companions were amazing. I'll give it a shot eventually. I will definitely give it a shot. But just such good energy, and seeing the Doctor be like happy and positive for once, like maybe not for once, but for a while. It feels different. It definitely feels different to me now, and I'm into it. I'm here for it. I love it. All right. Let's go here. Whoops, I stopped the music too soon, but okay, that's fine. Let's go to Lutz McGoots. That's weird. I don't see anybody in stream, but okay, let's go ahead and raid out. I accidentally closed the YouTube music, so now it feels awkward not having music here. So we're just gonna like awkwardly end the stream. I hope that's okay. Yes, thank you so much for the safe travels. I will say I'll most likely not stream on Friday, but I'll try to be back with you on Saturday. We'll try to do something Saturday. Okay, keep in touch on Discord. Maybe I'll post funny things that happen at this business conference while I'm there. Yeah, and have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye.